Hi, I'm Rosana Angelica Padillo, and today I am tasked to talk about the types of comparison and contrast. Types of comparison and contrast. The comparison of first and second language acquisition can easily be oversimplified. At the very least, one needs to approach the comparison by first considering the differences between children and adults. It is, in one sense, illogical to compare first language acquisition of a child with second language acquisition of an adult. So, types of comparisons and contrast. First and second language acquisition in children holding age constant. Second language acquisition in children and adult holding second language constant. First language acquisition in children and adult. Second language acquisition for adults. C1 and C2 comparison holding age constant. One is manipulating the language variable. However, it is important to remember that a 2-year-old and an 11-year-old exhibit vast cognitive and affective and physical differences, and that comparisons of all three types must be treated with caution when varying ages of children are being considered. In the C2, A2 comparisons, one is holding language constant and manipulating the differences between children and adults. Such comparisons are, for obvious reasons, the most fruitful and yielding analogies for adult second language, classroom instruction, and the third comparison, C1A2, unfortunately manipulate both variable. Many of the tradition comparisons were of this type. However, such comparison made to be only with extreme caution because of the enormous cognitive, affective, and physical differences between children and adults. Critical period hypothesis. The critical period hypothesis. The critical period hypothesis, or CPH, claims that there is such a biological timetable in acquiring language. There's this classic argument that has a critical point for second language acquisition occurs around puberty, beyond which people seem to be relatively incapable of, of acquiring a second language. This has led some to assume incorrectly that by the age of 12 or 13 you are over the hill when it comes to the possibility of successful second language learning. Such an assumption must be viewed in the light of what it means to be successful in learning a second language, and particularly the role of accent as a component to success. To examine these issues, we will first look for neurological and phonological consideration, then examine the cognitive, affective, and linguistic consideration.